Good evening, everyone. I am Devi Priya, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Lakreddy Balreddy College of Engineering. Today, I would like to share the concept of inheritance in Java. What is an inheritance? How we can implement inheritance? What are the various types of inheritance will be existed? What is an inheritance? The inheritance definition is whenever we are creating a class, those class would like to acquire the properties from the existed class without a redeclaration or without rewriting is possible with the help of a concept called inheritance. So again, the definition is a newly created class that acquires the properties from the existed class, already created class. One class is created with some variables and methods. The newly created class want to acquire those properties without redeclaration. It should be possible with the help of inheritance. So a newly created class which acquires the properties from the existed class. So some terminologies will be there. What is the how we can call the existed class? So the existed class is called as a base class, or sometimes it will be also called as a super class. And newly created class is called as a derived class, or it should be called as a uh, also called as a subclass. So the newly created class is also called as a derived class, and the existed class is called as a base class. So how many types of inheritance will be existed? So the different types of inheritance will be there. Those are single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. So in the single level inheritance, one superclass and one subclass or one base class and only one child class will be considered, only one high level. So that is I can be considered, this is my, yes, only one class. The A will be a superclass and one more class B will be there. So B acquires the properties from the A class. So only one level of hierarchy which is called as a single level inheritance. And another type of inheritance is multi-level inheritance. What is the multi-level inheritance? So the B class here in the above, B class which acquires the properties from the B class that acquires the properties from the A class. Suppose if there will be one more class called C, in turn there is a C class which in turn if it is acquires the properties from the B class, it will be a hierarchy called multi-level inheritance. So if we are checking the hierarchy also, if we are checking indirectly, this actually C acquires the properties from the B class and B acquires the properties from the A class. But more than one base class is there, but not directly, indirectly different base classes will become. This is called as a multi-level hierarchy. So there first initially A class will be existed and there will be another derived class B. B acquires the properties from the A class and now we have defined one more class C which acquires the properties from the B class. Okay. Indirectly, the C also acquires the properties from the A class. And next one is what is a hierarchical inheritance? What is a hierarchical inheritance? You can see that okay. I will go to one more option that is yes. I can go to the hierarchical inheritance. If I am taking a class like F, There is a base class called, there is a super class called, now I am telling hierarchical inheritance. There is a father class which acquires hierarchy. We know the tree. So it will be in the tree format. So father class which have a father class that have the a class called son class, and one more child class called daughter class. One more child class called daughter class. So a single here in the hierarchical single base class which have more than one children class, more than one derived class will be existed for single base class. It should be comes under a hierarchical called a type of inheritance called hierarchical inheritance. The third type is hierarchical inheritance. We know that single level only one base class, one derived class, and multi-level base class, intermediate class, and in turn child class will be there. Hierarchical inheritance, one parent class and more than one child classes will be existed. It will be comes to a type called hierarchical inheritance. And now multiple inheritance. What is a multiple inheritance? There will be father and it will be mother and I am taking, yes, son class. So in the multiple inheritance, if you have observed the diagrammatic representation, it will be two base classes, father class and as well as mother class. Two base classes. From these two base classes, one derived class. This derived class, son class, acquires the properties from more than one base class, which is father and mother. In this type, if a child class acquires the properties from the more than one derived class, that will be comes to a concept called multiple inheritance. But acquiring the properties from the multiple more than one class, there will be some conflicts will be existed. So for that reason, it can't be multiple inheritance is not yet possible. It is not yet possible in Java. So actually all these are inheritance types. In CPP also we have these types, and multiple inheritance is possible in the CPP, but some conflicts will be existed for acquiring the properties. Some conflicts will be there. We can discuss those in the at the time of when I am focusing on the multiple inheritance. In that time I can tell there is a problem called, what is that problem? Diamond problem. Diamond problem will be there in the multiple inheritance. Due to that, the Java language does not supporting multiple inheritance indirectly. But directly not possible, but indirectly multiple inheritance is achieved through a concept called interfaces concept. So multiple inheritance, we know that from the one derived class got the properties from the more than one base class, which is called as a multiple inheritance. And hybrid inheritance, any combination of any more than one combination of above type of inheritance will be come to a category called hybrid inheritance. Single level, multi-level hierarchy. If I am using the mixed combination of inheritances, then it will be in that situation it will becomes as a hybrid inheritance. So till now we have an idea of what is an inheritance. An inheritance, a newly created class that acquires all the properties. Again I have a doubt, all the properties means is there any private properties will be inherited to the derived class? No, private properties can't be inherited. Except the private properties, all the public protected default properties will be comes to. If I am talking about a single class or single package, in that case all the default public and protected properties will be inherited. Except private properties, all the properties will be comes to the derived class. And what are the terminologies? The derived class or newly created class is called as a derived class, and base class or existed class we have called the existed class is called as a base class or super class. What are the types of inheritance? Single level, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple and hybrid. Among all these inheritance, which type of inheritance is not possible in the Java? Yes, it is multiple inheritance is not possible. So Java can't support more than one class, can't extend at a time due to some problems. Diamond problem will be existed in the multiple inheritance. For that reason, it is not directly possible. But is there any other possibility? Yes. Use a concept called interfaces concept. With the help of interfaces, it should be possible. How we can implement what are the syntax for inheritance? So this is the syntax. First we can create, normally we can create class name, and if you would like to create a derived class, the syntax is class, whatever the derived class you are using, that derived class name extends. This is very important keyword. The inheritance is done through the extends keyword space the base class name. So I can again tell class name extends the child class, the derived class name extends parent class name. Suppose here itself I am taking one example, or I can go to the another one. I will go to Notepad. How we can create a uh, inheritance. Yes. First, I would like to create class, or simple thing. I am creating a class called. I am creating a class called father class. Okay. And here I have a method called void with the return type. No return type will be there. And the father have system.out.println father's card. Simple example I am telling. And now it is a normal class. Now create a derived, create a derived class. What is the class? Class. What is the class name? Child. If I am creating like this, it is also a normal class, not a derived class. But how I can extend? Use a keyword called extends keyword. Class child extends from what is the base class? Father. Here class child, it is a derived class name. Extends is the keyword, and at a time only one class will be possible, father. And now you can what is the meaning? It will be have uh, father class properties will be extended, no need of creating car again. If the child have its own properties, you may define. Child also have a scooty. I can write it as system.out.println child car. Yes. So this is the basic example for how to define the inheritance class. Father, void car with one property only, and derived class child extends. That is the superclass name father. And now void, a child class acquires the properties, and also child class derived class defines own properties. Derived class also have some properties. So what is this property? Scooty and system.out.println child car. How I can use this? How I can? So for the implementation of uh, inheritance, I have used. You can directly compile you can compile the program and open the command prompt, that is save as. I will store these in the D drive. What is my program? Demo inheritance dot java in directory command prompt I have used. And now parent class created, child class created, and what is the main class? Class main, what we are giving, demo inheritance public static void main of string args. Now create object for child class, not parent class. We can create an object. It is how we can access these methods. We need to create some object. So go to the declare a main method in another class, demo inheritance class, demo inheritance, public static void main of string args, create an object for the child class. What is my child class name? Child only, child c equal to new child. And how we can call the methods. The methods will be there in the child class only Scooty, but we are inheriting by using extends father. We are inheriting which class? Car also. Father class inherited, automatically car method will be inherited to the child class. So c dot car, that is actually using child class object, parent class method is inherited. Okay, and again child have the own method, that is Scooty. I have closed the main method and I have closed the class also. So three classes, one is parent class and one is child class and another one is main method class. Demo inheritance. In the main method we can create an object. We can create an object and we can call the methods also. Using the child class object, the parent class method is inherited. You can create also father class object, and father class have only one method. F dot car will be possible, but F dot Scooty can't be possible. And I have saved. How we can actually all the implementations I can go through the NetBeans IDE, but now I am just telling you can also use the command prompt where I have D drive Java C demo, install the Java and Java C demo inheritance compilation. Yes, successfully compiled, and Java demo inheritance. Yes. What is the method here? So it is showing that father's car and child car is Java demo inheritance, father's car and child car is displayed. Okay. And now I would like to get, I have created the object for father's class. Father f equal to new father. Yes. And now what is the method I can call? Only f dot car. Why f dot Scooty? No, you can check f dot Scooty. F dot Scooty also you can add, but is it compiled or not? What is the problem here? The f dot Scooty, that is variable f of type father, does not finding a method called Scooty method. Why? Because the definition is a derived class extend the properties from the base class, but vice versa, base class can't acquire the properties from the derived class. Vice versa, not yet possible. That's why father can't extend the properties of child. Yes. Father's car, using the child object, father's car exists, child car exists, and now using the father object, only father's car will be displayed. So in this way, we can complete the task. And now I can open the NetBeans IDE also. It is convenient. You can go to the install the NetBeans IDE, Java application, and concept is inheritance folder I am creating. Earlier classes also I told that. Check it. Yes. And now I have added whatever the classes I told now. Just I have added father class, child class, and class inheritance. And we can remove all this. So package father class, car, class child class extends the father, and class inheritance. We can run the file. Yes. Father's car is printed, child car is printed, and father's car is. So you can compile either by using the IDE or by using the command prompt. You can compile the programs. You can execute. So this is the basic for the what is the syntax? Single level. It is a single level inheritance. Similarly, if you want to implement multi-level inheritance, how I can do that? How I can do the multi-level inheritance? So in the same program, first I can take one more base class. Instead of father, I am taking grandfather, and next level is father class extends grandfather, and the third level also required class child extends father class. Three levels. If you have observed carefully, first level, this is the base level car, and next father class acquire the properties from the grandfather. This is the intermediate level. You can create n levels. Here only three levels will be there. You may create n levels. Child level. And now I want to create an object for the child class. Last class I want to create. Already car will be there, scooty. And now I want to define one more called void cycle. Dot println. What is that? Child. Child cycle. What is the error here? Okay. Maybe in the earlier we have created the classes. In the IDE earlier I have created the classes like father one, that's why it is showing the duplicate classes. So for that reason I have changed it to the father one or father one, grandfather one, child one. Yes. Yes. Fine. Closed the child class. And now child 1 created. And now what are the properties will be there? C dot cycle, father properties extends, scooty, father each which in turn extend the properties called car. That meaning is indirectly. So I am removing father class objects. So what are the properties will be comes to the child? C dot car, C dot scooty, and C dot cycle also. Now we can run it. Yes. Father's car, and child cycle will be created. So using this is the child acquires the properties actually from the uh, father class, and father extend the properties from the grandfather. So I would like to change the implementation. Then we have a clear idea. Grandfather's car, and here father car, father scooty we can write, father scooty, and child cycle. So three levels: grandfather, father 1 extends grandfather 1, and class child 1 extends father 1. Three levels, multi-level. And now class inheritance main method, we are creating an object for the only child class in acquire. And now suppose if we are creating an object for the father class, how many methods will be gone through? We can go to the scooty and we can go to the car also. Okay, this is actually the example of what? Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Okay, fine. And now I would like to tell one more method, then I can stop. uh, we'll take say, hierarchical inheritance. You can practice this example by your own. What is this? Class father which have white car. We know that this system dot out dot, it is a tree model. Println of father's car. Fine. And now what the hierarchy? Earlier we have seen one parent class with more than one derived class. Now class, I would like to change son extends father. Yes, after extends only one parent class will be there. It is an acceptable. And child have some like void scooty. Son have the bike. System dot out dot println of what is it? We can add the son by. So it is actually a single level up to here, single level. Now class daughter extends. If the daughter extends the son, it is a multi-level. But I don't want the multi-level. I need the what is that? Hierarchical inheritance. Daughter again extends the properties from the father only. So two derived classes extends the properties from the same parent class. Yes, it is an acceptable. Void. What is that? Scooty I would like to add. System dot out dot println daughter scooty. And now how we can access that class? Demo hierarchical. You can declare void main of string args I want to create separate objects, daughter object and as well as son object. First create object for daughter class, and what are the methods will be possible? Daughter d equal to new daughter. Daughter d equal to new daughter, and d dot, what are the daughter own property? Scooty extends father, so car also will be possible. Car method, daughter extends father, so scooty and scooty and d dot car. Similarly, if you have created a son object, son s dot, son have its own method bike and son extend the properties of father, that is car. S dot uh, bike and s dot car. Yes. Son can't extend scooty and daughter can't extend bike because no relationship, only through the father they can access scooty and car. And now what is the demo hierarchical? So I can save the program. Demo hi dot java. I have selected as an all files. Now clear the screen. Java C demo hi dot java. Yes, some errors will be there. Can't find. Println spelling is wrong. Where it is println. Yes, the save it. Yes, fine. So all the methods will be daughter's car, father's car, son bike, and father's car. All these are successfully completed. So in this class, you have an idea about how to implement the single level and how to write the program in the multi-level and as well as hierarchical. So we have an idea. Now we have a comfortability with what is an inheritance, how you can declare the inheritance and how you can implement the inheritance. And if you have any doubts, you may put the comments or you may send the mail related to the examples. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.